Voice search is becoming popular day by day.
That's right, and voice search is reshaping how we interact with technology. It's making information more accessible now than ever before. Not to mention, it's hands-free and hassle-free, and everybody loves that.
Speed matters a lot. In voice search, Google extracts the answers from blogs who have good loading speed.
Speed matters in all areas of SEO, but knowing that it impacts how and where Google will pull answers from your site, I think it's important that we focus on this while optimizing for voice search.
Most likely that in the future, people will use this feature and there are chances that we'll see some advances in the results of voice searches.
In today's episode, we're joined by Rozina Batool. Rosina is a seasoned SEO content writer and strategist from a small village in Pakistan. She brings a unique blend of expertise and passion to digital marketing arena, leveraging her extensive knowledge in on-page SEO, content strategy, and voice optimization to enhance organic traffic for businesses globally. With a background in preschool teaching and a current pursuit of a degree in English applied linguistics, Rosina embodies the spirit of a lifelong learner. Rosina loves experimenting with new AI tools and learning cutting-edge skills. She stays at the forefront of SEO trends, including the evolving dynamics of voice search optimization. Join us as we explore effective strategies for optimizing content for voice search with Rosina, whose insights are shaping how we approach SEO in the area of voice assistance. Welcome to the show, Rosina.
Thank you so much for inviting me here. I am excited to share my insights with you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm real excited to have you on the show and learn about voice search. I know it is something that, a few years ago we talked about pretty big in the industry, especially when Alexa and Siri and other things like that were coming out. I feel like it hasn't got enough attention recently. So I'm glad that you were willing to jump on the podcast and talk through that with us. But before we jump into the tactical stuff, tell me about yourself. Where are you from? Where did you grow up? What did you want to be when you were little? And how did you go from there to getting into the digital world?
I am basically from a small village of Pakistan. And firstly, I was interested in medical and the stuff like that as a child. But later I get into literature and I think that I am interested in content writing. So 2 years before I started as a content writer and I tried SEO writing, exploring new things every day. So in that way, I get into SEO and writing. Reading was my passion and I was interested in reading literature, exploring English language. That was the reason I chose that subject, and it actually like caused to choose content writing as a career. It was hard for me before, while living in a village, to get into digital world. I faced problems like internet issues and many other problems as well. But I didn't give up and keep learning from different platforms. My learning journey is also going on. I love to explore and learn different things about writing and SEO. And that's the reason I am in the digital world, and I hope that I'll continue that career for the coming years too. There are many inspirations I have taken from LinkedIn and other platforms, and I think that I can complete all these challenges, and I will explore more and more things in the coming years. So here was the my journey. It was not easy in the start. I faced it was very challenging when I tried to study to get higher education. I faced many challenges. Like there was no nearby universities, but then I get into online education, and from there I get a point that there's a platform where we can earn and where we can learn about online and digital earnings. So that was the reason I actually get in the SEO writing and the online stuff. Now I am working as content writer, copywriting, and SEO strategist.
That's awesome. I admire you for going to school for English studies. I admire you for learning different languages and getting into the digital world. I know it can be somewhat frustrating, like you were saying, with your internet connection. We've tried to schedule this podcast a few times, and with internet connections, we've had some issues getting connected, and hopefully we can continue to make this one work, and hopefully the internet will work the whole time. But I admire the effort that you've put into your career, even with some of the challenges that you've had in the past. So if we recap, you got into the digital world because you loved reading and writing, and then the writing took you into the SEO world, and that's what you currently do at work right now, is a content writer slash SEO. Is that correct?
Yeah, yeah. These challenges actually push me to do something big. And I think that if I haven't faced these challenges, I haven't at the point where I am now. That these challenges were the actual reason that push me, that motivate me always, that I have to do something. Another thing was my passion of learning, that I always love reading books and learning from the experiences of different people.
Yeah, that's great. It's good to have a desire to continue your education, even if you're not in college. I think, reading books and following people on LinkedIn and watching podcasts on YouTube and stuff is a great way to continue your education, especially around digital marketing. In fact, that's one of the purposes of this podcast, is to help both business owners as well as up and coming digital marketers to jump on this podcast. And it is fun to hear the stories of where people are from, but really the key to the podcast, I think, is the tactical and strategic section, which is where a lot of up and coming digital marketers as well as business owners can become educated on all areas of digital marketing. So
Yeah.
yeah. So what are you currently working on that excites you?
Okay, currently I am exploring different SEO tools and different, as you know, that AI is playing the most crucial role in content writing and in SEO. So I am exploring different AI tools. I try how different AI tools can work in SEO, how they affect SEO, and how different Google updates affect these AI strategies, how they compete with these Google updates. So these are the things that I am covering nowadays, and I am exploring that will these AI tactics are going to work for website owners and business owners. I mean, we can't assess what will be the coming update of Google, but we can assess that how these tools and how these tactics stand out in the previous Google updates. So I am trying different AI tools and different strategies. So I am working, like, when I read about different tools, when I came across any new AI tool which can be helpful in content writing, in copywriting, or in SEO strategy. So I try that tool, experience how it works, and then analyze results. These are the things I love to do. I love to explore new AI tools, to, like, I love to update myself with the going trends, and AI is a trend now, and AI will be trending in the coming years too. So this is a thing that excites me most, to learn about different AI tools and to try them and to experience the results.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite AI tool that you've been using recently?
Okay. Now, for LinkedIn, I am building my personal brand on LinkedIn too. So recently, I have tried a tool known as Supergrow, and I think that it has worked amazingly for me. Like, it can do your work in minutes and seconds, and this is the best tool that I have found ever for LinkedIn branding.
Interesting. And it's called Super Grow.
Yeah, it's Supergrow.
Okay. I'll have to check that one out. I haven't heard about that one. Okay, let's dive into the tactical section and talk through how to optimize for voice search. So first there's voice search, and then there's like text search. So what are the key differences between text search and voice search in SEO?
Voice search is becoming popular day by day. So, first of all, we need to consider what's the actual difference between voice search and text search before optimizing our content for voice search. So, in the text search, usually we write short tail keywords We add short queries. Now, these are not too specific. These are not too targeted. Like if someone is want to know about best AI tools, they will just write best AI tools. But if someone is doing a voice search, he will ask it in the form of question, what is the best AI tool for writing LinkedIn post? Okay, this is the main difference. There are different tools on LinkedIn profile optimization. There are different tools for LinkedIn carousels, and there are different tools for LinkedIn SEO. But when we will make text search, our query will not be targeted, will not be too specified. It will be broad, and the search engine will show the result. These results will also be broad. And but when we make voice search, we ask long tail keyword. We add long tail keyword in our searches. We ask questions, and we ask complete queries. And you can say these are more targeted, and we get more targeted answer by asking these questions, by asking question in that way. So this is the main reason when someone is looking for an answer which is more targeted or specific, they will make a voice search, and in that way they can get more targeted result, as our query is more detailed and search engines can understand our query in a better way. So the main difference is the question we ask to the Google in text searches and the voice searches. There is a huge difference in both of these. When targeting short tail keywords, and Google will show all the articles, all the images, videos using that short tail keyword. And we can target short tail keywords in irrelevant videos, in relevant articles as well. But when you are doing voice search, you are asking more targeted queries, and Google search engine will understand it better. They will show you the result in our same way, and you will get the exact answer you are looking for.
That's interesting you put it that way. So, because when I did the podcast about mobile optimization, the advice was almost opposite. The advice was make it short, make it sweet to the point. And you're saying that you need to make it a little bit longer for voice search. Are you specifically talking about title and metas? Are you talking about maybe headers or something within the content? How do you optimize for voice search and mobile at the same time?
Okay. Voice search optimization, like mobile optimization, also affect the voice search optimization. They have a very close relation. When we do a voice search, Google search engines and Google Translator, like there is natural language processes, they translate our queries in the form of text, and then they extract the answers from websites. Now, in mobile optimization, we check the speed of our site. We check the like our design is mobile friendly, and the speed matters the most. The first point is speed. In mobile optimization, we check that our speed is good for mobile devices, and voice search speed matters a lot. Like in the voice search, the Google extract the answers from blogs who have good loading speed. If your loading is speed is slow, Google is not going to extract your answer. So search engines will not going to work for those sites who have low speed. So in mobile optimization, you optimize loading speed, and in voice search, the loading speed matters a lot, because if you have low speed, your content is not going to be appear in the result of voice search. The second thing is that most of the people are making the voice search from mobile devices. Like you can say that more than 75% people are making the voice searches by using their mobile devices. So if your content is not optimized for mobile, it can't appear in the result of voice searches, because most of the people don't use voice search feature on desktop or any other devices. So while I think that is a device available to everyone, they can use the voice feature in their mobile devices easily. So that's the reason that voice search user are mostly are mobile user. So you make your website, make your content mobile friendly if you want to optimize it for voice search. One benefit is that you will optimize the speed, and speed will be first of your page. When the loading speed will be good, then a search engine will extract answer from those sites who have very low loading speed. Mean they can give result in less than a second, or like second half or something like that. The speed matters a lot. And second thing is that most of the people use mobile. And if you're doing mobile optimization for your content, it's most likely that your content will appear in the result of voice searches, and half of your voice search optimization will be done when you are doing mobile optimization of your content.
So when we talk about voice search, are we saying, "Hey Google," and then start talking, or "Hey Alexa," and then start talking, or are we also talking about somebody who, maybe is on Chrome and clicks the little microphone button to change their voice to text? Is that the same as voice search going through a platform like a Google Home or an Amazon Alexa, or are those two different things?
Okay, for like Google Assistants are the most usable for voice search. Most of the people use it for voice search queries to find specific answers. They are using other microphones like Alexa, Siri, Cortana, and there are many types of these microphones. And the main difference is that their search engines, the result they provide, the result they provide are based on different search engines. They take some like from Apple, where when we Apple is using Siri or Alexa, and they are using them as to extract the information. They are using different search engines. The main difference in search engine mean that when we are using Google Assistant for voice search, we will extract data from Google search engines, and when we are using Alexa or other search engines like we know that there is Amazon Alexa, and they are basically shopping tool, but people now also use them for other queries too, and they take all the data from them, and so result varies in when we are using different microphones. We see the data and facts are the same on different search engines, but we can't say that these results are exactly same, because the search engines are different and they are taking the data from different search engines. So the result they are providing can be vary when you are using different microphones.
Okay. So if I'm a business owner listening to this podcast and I'm trying to optimize my website for voice search, are there specific tools that I can use that can maybe analyze my current website and say, here is where you should add additional context for voice search? And are there tools that I can use to go and brainstorm, explore different options for voice search based on keywords that I currently want to rank for?
Okay. There are actually different things that matters when you are optimizing your content for voice search. First of all, it's the language and the keyword that matters a lot when doing a voice search optimization, and that's the thing that matters on Google. I mean, in the recent update of Google, I think that it was in the August, where people say that their sites get down. And the main reason was that, like, most people are doing voice searches and their content is not optimized for that thing. As a result, that might be a reason that their sites are down. The reason was they were using too artificial language. They were not using engaging language. They were not talking in a natural language. As a result, their content can't appear in the result of voice search. And if our content is not optimized for voice search, it means that you are losing thousands of visitor of your site on daily basis. So it matters a lot. First of all, you have to optimize the tone and style of your content. You have to use more conversational tone. You have to use more natural tone. In the articles we were writing few years ago, these were following professional tone, informational tone. and like there was no personal touch in these blogs, in that content. Now it's important part for optimization. To write in a natural way, you have to follow the conversational tone. So if a user is making a query, your article can appear in those results. And it will be possible when you are writing in conversational and natural tone, when you are following these things. And the second thing is keyword research. Like short tail, as I have told that when we are making text search, we add short tail keywords in our queries. But when we are making voice search, we ask more detailed question. We talk in a conversational tone. We ask long tail keywords. So when you are optimizing your content for voice search, focus on long tail keywords. These are the keywords that will bring the more targeted traffic on your website. Like if you are answering directly to a person who is asking through voice search, then your article will definitely appear in those results, in those searches. So this is the way that the keywords matters a lot. You should focus on long tail keywords because these are the keywords that will give you more specified traffic. When we make text searches, our visitor will get broad answers and he will take a lot of time to be on a state where he will buy our service, he will buy our product. But when a user making voice search, most of the time he is very close because he is answering a specific question. When you will answer it, if it's an informational blog or you are just doing a blog doing blogging, then it will be beneficial that he will spend a lot of time. It will increase the dwell time of your site. And for e-commerce or for those who are selling a service, if you are providing the exact answer of his query, then it's most likely that he will buy your service. So focus on long tail keywords and you can insert these long tail keywords as an FAQ section. I have experienced it on many sites that most of the sites were skipping this part, frequently asked questions in their content in last years. But now I have applied this strategy to few sites and they start getting instant results. And many of these questions are ranking. Many of these questions are appearing in featured snippets. So the answer of that question, I picked these frequently asked questions from Google because Google give us the exact keywords that users are searching for. So then I answer it naturally and I don't add any fluff, just it was clear and concise answer. And I noticed that most of these articles are ranking on Google. And the reason when I use different tools to analyze which keyword is ranking, I noticed that these are actually these long tail keywords, these questions, specific questions that I have added in my frequently asked questions section that are ranking. And after keyword research, after applying natural and conversational tone.
So, are you recommending that every single page has an FAQ or just one? The website has one page with a bunch of FAQs. And with that same question around the FAQs, do you use schema markup on those FAQs so that they do rank or so that they appear better within the SERPs? Or what's your strategy for FAQs?
Okay, FAQ section. I think that if you are using blog section on your website, then you should add FAQs in each article and content piece. Like there are many pages on a site and we can't, like there are a few pages that we can't add FAQ section. But if you are doing blogging, if you are uploading article and your intent is that you want to convert your customers, you want to convert your reader into customers. So you need to add these FAQ section. Like I am telling you a real time experience that like many people are confused that how they can add these FAQ section if they have e-commerce site or they are selling some services. There was a site, if they were offering printing services, then they were doing blogging, they were adding articles on their site so they can get more organic traffic. And from those articles, their intent was to convert their reader into customers. So then I added FAQ section like 5 to 10 question in each article, and I picked all these questions from the Google, and then as a result, these blogs are ranking on their site. Like we were applying this strategy on 5 blogs, and almost 3 of the keywords were ranking on their site. And the reason was these FAQ section, because these are the queries that will bring more organic traffic, and they usually appear as a result of voice search. So voice search, and you can't ignore voice search because most of the users are doing it. And if you will ignore, even these are the question, like these are the question that you are already answering in your blog. Like every writer knows how to present the same information in different ways. I am not saying that you have to repeat the same info, but in the article, we usually don't answer it more clearly, or we don't give exact answer. But in FAQ section, we answer in a yes or no. We offer them the exact, like it will be only 1 or 2 line answer. We are not going to add any irrelevant word, just cut it down and write a specific answer. And I am very sure that it's going to bring result for voice search optimization. It will appear in voice searches, because these are the queries, these are the type of questions people who are doing voice search ask. And another thing I noticed when I was adding these section in my content, I noticed that these are the questions that are usually like there are few grammar mistakes, or there are few important verbs or something missing in that questions. But if you will see the volume of these questions, that how many people are searching it, you will be surprised. Actually, these are not mistakes. This is how people naturally ask question. And I will suggest that firstly analyze that who are your target audience, and add these questions based on your target audience. I mean, target audience varies a lot because some countries are skipping the few words when they ask question, and like there's a little bit difference when we speak. So it also matters a lot. And you can optimize these question, like these are not things that you need any tool to do. These are the things that you can analyze yourself. If you are targeting US based people, then you have to choose a tone that these people are using in their questions. You have to make a research. And if you are looking for these questions, first of all, I would suggest that to go with Google. If you, when you will search this any query, you will get many questions appeared in the form of list people also search for, and these are the queries that people search the most. And then you can add these questions naturally in your articles, and it will bring result for the FAQs. Like if we are adding a separate page for FAQ section, these are only like if I have a printing site, I have created an FAQ section. I will add only few questions based on my service. It will be based on how I work, how you can contact me, which services I offer. These will be questions our customers ask when they buy our service. But there are also many questions if I am writing alternative articles. The type of questions the readers are asking is different. So I think that we can't cover all these questions in one FAQ page. I have seen that many websites are applying, but you can add these FAQ section at the end of each article. And the content is the best way to boost sales and get more organic traffic. And once you get organic traffic, then it's your content that will convert your reader into customer. And this is the thing. Firstly, you need to bring more organic traffic. So this is the best way to add FAQ section, to add more long tail keywords to attract those people to your site. And then you can apply strategies to convert those people. So I think that adding only one page is not enough for a site if they actually want to appear in the result of voice searches.
Okay, that makes sense. How does a business owner track the effectiveness of the voice search optimization they've done? Is it just Google Analytics? Is it another tool? So if I'm a business owner and I update my website based on your recommendations here for voice search, how do I come back in a month or two later and say, oh, that worked or it didn't work? Is there a specific way to track voice searches that come to your website?
Okay. First of all, there are no many specific tools that will tell you that your site is optimized for voice search. You have to analyze all the content yourself. Like most of the sites are already down who were following artificial tones, who were not following conversational tone, natural tone in their content. So these are the things that you can update your content based on the tone and style, which is more conversational. And secondly, for a keyword, like you can analyze, you can use Search Console, you can use SEMrush, Ahrefs to analyze the current performance update content. And when you will update, you have to follow all the things that can help you to be appear in the result of voice searches. So first of all, make sure that your content is written in conversational tone, and most of the time, like you have to use your and these type of words that your reader will get a personal feel when they are reading your article. And Google also prefer these type of articles. So another thing is keyword optimization. Like most of the time, firstly, we will like there are websites who have authority and they were hitting short tail keywords, and these were ranking too. But now you have to optimize your content for long tail keywords because you have to follow the trends which are popular now and which will be also trending in the coming years. So if you are following short tail keywords, then you can add long tail keywords. I think that SEMrush is the best tool to get these long tail keywords. You can pick up questions from SEMrush. It will give you a separate list of questions and these long tail keywords. And another tool I prefer to get these long tail queries is then Answer the Public. So it's a tool that give you a list of all the questions that people are asking to the relevant keyword you have provided. So you can add these keywords naturally in your content. If you are not adding the FAQ section in your blogs before, you can add it now. It will not take much effort for of a writer, because most of the time when we write an article, we know about the topic, we know what we have written before. We just have to pick the specific question from Google and answer it more precisely. So these are short answers, but you can get more traffic from these. So you can add these few things. And now another things that we have discussed is mobile optimization. Mobile optimization is must because most 85% users are doing voice searches from mobile devices. So you have to make your website design mobile friendly. You have to make sure that the loading speed of your website on mobile is good. So in that way, there are more chances that your website will appear in voice searches, because people who are doing voice search need instant answer. They can't wait for a minute. They can't wait for 2 minutes. They need their answer in a second. So make the loading speed of your site good and make it mobile friendly, so the people are who are doing the voice search from mobile, they can get your website. Another thing is schema markup. When we do any voice search, these are like there are natural language processors and systems that translates our voice queries into text, and then they process it, extract data from the website and present it. If your site is using schema markup, Google can understand better what you have actually added on your page. It helps Google to understand better. And as a result, Google will prefer your site, Google will prefer your pages. So you can add the schema markup in all the pages of your site. It's not just for home page or about page. You can add a schema markup on all the pages, and people think that it's a technical thing and it will take a lot of time and they can't understand coding. There are a number of plugins that we are already using on our sites, and you can add the topic of your blog or your page and target keyword, and they will create these codes and the schema markup themselves. So it will help a lot that Google search engines understand what you have, what type of info are you providing on these pages, and Google will prefer when they will get any relevant queries, they will prefer the pages of your site. So you can add schema markup, you can add long tail keywords, you can optimize your site for mobile. And the most important thing is that follow natural tone, and your focus should be a reader. Don't focus on search engines. When you focus on your reader, your content will be best optimized for voice search. Most of the time we think that like there is no tool to assess that how much our content is, how much our article, how much our content is optimized for voice search. So I think that if you are writing for your reader, if you are following the search intent, then your content is optimized for voice search. For follow all the things that your reader is looking for. Search intent matters a lot. If someone is looking for 10 best places to visit in Italy, then you have to provide a little intro and give them a exact answer that they open your blog because they want the 10 best places. Follow the search intent and conversational tone in your content will be voice search optimized. So these are the few techniques that you can apply to make sure that you are doing voice optimization on your site.
Where do you see the future going with SEO and voice optimization?
Okay, I think that voice search will be the most trending in SEO in coming years, because we have seen that it have started in 2011 and it's continuously growing. And now the total number of active speakers, microphones is more than the total population of the world. And we can assess from that how important it is to optimize our content for voice search. Like every person who is using our device, they are using voice search feature too. And most of the people think that it's time saving, and now people have less time. They can't scroll and they can't search the exact answer. Like in text searches, we have to find our answer ourselves. Usually we have to scroll down and find the website where we can find the best answer. But in voice search, our reader wants the instant answer, and he wants exact info that he is looking for. So as we have seen, people have less time. They are more aware that how search engine works, and it's most likely that in the future people will use this feature, and there are chances that we'll see some advances in the results of voice searches. We will get pictures and results in the form of voice too. Many companies are working on these features, and for e-commerce businesses, it's most important because in the coming years, it's most likely that people will buying things, people will doing shopping by using the voice search feature of search engines. So it will be a trend for many years.
Nice. Well, Rosina, I really appreciate you taking the time to jump on and chat with us today and teach us about voice search. I can tell you're very passionate about it. Either way, yeah, I really appreciate you taking the time and enlighten us with your knowledge. So thanks for that.
Thank you so much for inviting me here. And it was very great to spend time and to share my knowledge with you. And thank you so much. Thanks again. And it was very great experience to talk to you. And I really appreciate you have taken an initiative to guide people, to tell people that what they need to do if they want to grow their business and optimize their content for voice search, which is the future. And I appreciate your efforts, and I appreciate that you have taken the time to do this. Thanks again.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate that. And to everyone else who's listening out there, we will talk to you next week.